I like to talk about my sand and my RODI unit. So my RODI TDS has always been about 0 or 0, or as close as I can to it. What I did was I actually got the filters and the new membrane put in yesterday, but what I didn't have this. Didn't have some DI resin. So I got some DI resin from Aquaforest. This is the first time I'm actually using Aquaforest's DI resin, and hopefully it's as good as the rest, or as it claims to be. So what I'll do, I'll just fill that or this resin into my RODI unit. In fact, I'll show you guys my RODI unit and what it looks like, and my little mods I've done to it. Now this is my RODI unit. I can't remember who it's by. I literally got this thing off eBay. Now the important thing is that it does the job. So I've got my carbon and my sediment filter down here. I've got my membrane going through here, and I've got 2 DI resin chambers at the back. It did come with 1, yeah, but I just decided to just add another chamber at the back, just because I fancied it. I think in my head I was like, the more DI resin I have, the better purification I'll probably get. But that all comes down to the quality of water going into the unit itself, and what the membranes and the the general filtration, how good it is. But it's been working really well. I've been getting 0 TDS for like years now since I've had this thing, and I haven't regretted purchasing this RODI unit. Okay guys, so just to let you guys know, I've already changed my filters there, or my sediment filter, my carbon filter, and my membrane in there. The only thing I need to change now is my DI resin. Now all the other filters arrived yesterday, so this actually arrived today. So I've got another bag of this as well. So just to let you guys know, I've got enough to do both chambers. So I'm gonna go to the sink, get this changed, and let it run through a little bit, so whatever crap's in the filters and whatever gets pushed out, and then mix some water tonight, and then I'll let you guys know how I get on tomorrow. Another good reason to have your own RODI unit, guys, is the fact that you can monitor exactly what it goes into your tank when it comes to water. So if your RODI unit, you know that you're looking for 0 TDS, and you have your TDS meter, you can actually monitor that. If at any point you think that your water quality has or is suffering in your system, it's a good fault finding exercise. So just check your RODI unit to see when was the last time your filters were changed, and when was the last time your DI resin was changed. Now, good practice, or what I do for my RODI unit, I ensure that if, for example, my RODI unit does 100 gallons or 100 liters per week, or whatever it is, I know that every 3 months, or whenever my TDS goes up, I need to change my filter cartridges or my DI resin. But within that time, I would change my resin at least twice, just to ensure that if it's depleted and I can't recognize it's been depleted, that I'm always protected, and the unit itself is actually filtering the water as best as it can, and there'll be no issues moving forward. So it's just a good practice, guys. If you can do it, just change your resin more frequently than you think you need to, because it does get depleted quite quickly, and sometimes we just miss it and we still get that 0.03 or whatever it is, and it's usually our DI resin. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be changing your filters itself. It's something you should be doing on a regular basis, and you just need to just mark down and just remember when was the last time you did it, to keep on top of that good RODI water at 0 TDS being produced for your tank. This is the old water, and I have not used this on my tank. I just realized that the TDS stuff was just not sitting right with me. So it's just very important that you guys service your RODI units as frequently as possible, and change your DI resin more often in between servicing. That's my opinion, and that's what's worked for me. Now, when I look at my sand bed, I can see there are some patches of what seems to be like diatoms, and I know when I've tested my water, all the parameters are okay. My phosphates and my nitrates are within the range I've set. So this tells me that my source water might be the issue. This is what led me to really servicing my RODI unit, and it was a good thing I did, because I believe I've got some diatoms growing on my sand bed, which is okay. These will die out. It's just the silicates from the water. So now that the RODI unit has been serviced over a couple of weeks, that should die out, and then you know, the sand will go back to looking nice and pristine. Okay guys, so we have fresh resin or DI resin in the two chambers at the back. So someone sent me a message saying that we should really pack the DI resin in here so there's no gaps like what I had before, because if you guys remember, there was a lot of gaps where the water can just slush about, because it has to be really packed in, compressed or compacted, so the water can actually contact all the resin as it exits the unit itself and goes into your collection vessel. So I've packed it in there, everything's really good. So I'm going to make some water and then test again to see if I get that 0 TDS. And now boom, 0 TDS, and that's where I want it to be, guys, and that's where everyone should aim for. Yeah, I know 2 TDS, I'm gonna say 0.2 TDS is acceptable, or you know, it's, in my opinion, is a bit too high. I prefer sitting at 0, even 1 TDS, you know. But 10 TDS, like what it tested before, yeah, that's just not acceptable. So after a good service, you know, changing up everything, I'm sitting pretty at that. So what I'll do is I'll just keep on rotating my DI resin, maybe in a couple of weeks, change that, and then at the 3-month point, or when my TDS starts going up again, just do another complete service of my RODI unit. Okay guys, so you see why it's so important for us to just keep on top of our water quality. And we are taking care of water, yeah, in this hobby. Just remember that, like, that's the most basic explanation someone told me. You're taking care of water, ensure that, you know, your water is at 0 TDS and your other parameters are where they need to be within your set range, and ensure that they are stable. So that's temperature, salinity, calcium, all the good stuff that you know you need to do, guys. Ensure that you keep it stable as best as possible, and then you'll see success. Because if your water quality is crap, your tank's going to be crap. Simple as that. Yeah. Oh, thanks for watching, guys. This is Naran for HT Aquatics Reefing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, and also check out our new e-commerce website that we've put together for you guys, and it's designed for aquarium owners to start trading and getting rid of new and old stuff. Whatever you want to sell on there, aquarium related, yeah, just put it on there. Have a look. Give me some feedback. Tell me what you think. I'll put a link, like I said, in the description below, guys. I'll see you next time.